Yo, what's up guys? I'm finally kickstarting my free-to-play account. So this is going to be a series going into detail about just progressing as a free-to-play player, overcoming some of the harder bosses, tips and tricks for like gear, weapons, skills, just, ways to maximize your time and effort spent into the game as a free-to-play player so that you can be on par or, somewhat close to people that are spending. I'll also do some ticket summons in this video just to kind of have a baseline so we can start at, somewhere. And I'm actually trying to like not pull too many SSRs. I want to make it as free to play friendly as possible. So I'm actually hoping not to get too lucky. But yeah, I can show you guys where I'm at just for now. I am level 16. So I've only, progressed just a tiny bit through like the beginning and some of the first few story missions. I do have some stats built out into like strength, a little bit into crit. And I only have a couple of skills and abilities as well here. And then in terms of my hunters, I only really pulled one SR. That was Kim Chol. I used a few tickets just when I first started, but we're going to do some more ticket summons, so we'll see what we get here. And then just last but not least, I'll show you guys where I'm at in the story. I'm only on chapter 6. I think that I'm going to do a video on King Tae-shik when I get there. I haven't started this yet, but once I get down towards the boss, I'll be doing a video on how to fight him and how to beat him. He was pretty tricky. When I first played early access on my main account, I got stuck on King Tae-shik. So yeah, definitely a little bit more of a tricky boss fight that I'll come out with another video for that. So let's just go ahead. I'm actually going to go ahead and pull some summons and tickets here. I have 10 for the raid ups and 30 for the regular. So yeah, just we'll see what happens here. I'm gonna skip this. Okay, so we got Johi, I think her name is. We already have her though. The game gives us her, but we'll go again. Oh, okay. We got Swang Dong-suk, the brother here. So yeah, we'll take him. He's a decent dark SR, dark element based, but let's just keep going. Ooh, okay. I think that the frostbite is pretty good if you don't have the water book. I forgot what that's called. It's like the grimoire. So this is a good alternative to that, so I'll probably be leveling up that as well. But yeah, let's just go ahead and do 10 of these raid ups, and we'll see what we get. Okay. Anybody else? Nope, just him. I don't know if I'm gonna build him out. I think he's one of the weaker SRs, but we'll take him, keep him in our back pocket. So we'll see what we have. I did also pull some weapons when I first did some of the pulls, so I can show you that really quickly. The stuff that I pulled before was all these fire-based weapons. I think the only one that I'm probably gonna level up and use is probably the Orb of Avarice or Avarice. This one's pretty good as a fire weapon. I'm probably not going to do dragon scale. I think the Night Killer is maybe somewhere in between the dragon scale and the orb here, but so this is feasible. You could level this up. I think it's pretty good, but I think the orb is a little bit better. And then yeah, obviously I have my main hunter weapon, and then I'll probably be investing in frostbite. This is a good water-based weapon for any bosses that are weak to water. And then yeah, we can take a look at our hunters as well. I did just get another dupe for Johi here, so we can advance her. A couple things that I think it would be helpful to know when you guys are just starting out. The game does give you a good amount of resources just to get the account kick-started. So in terms of like your missions and your challenges, you guys are going to be wanting to complete these chapters here. It's going to give you a lot of like gold, weapon enhancement gear, just a lot of resources you'll need throughout the game. So definitely go ahead and complete your challenges here. Usually this is just done like naturally by doing like story or like encore missions, all that good stuff. So yeah, just make sure you're doing your challenges. It's going to give you quite a bit of stuff here. And then yeah, I mean the dailies, these are pretty straightforward. You just want to like do your gates and activity fund and all that good stuff. In terms of yeah, just collecting a lot of this stuff, you just quickly claim all, and yeah, this will just give you some stuff as well. And then I think I can just wrap this up with a couple other tips and tricks here. Generally, throughout the story here, I mentioned it in previous videos, but just make sure you're trying to get all of the trophies here. Do the challenges so you can collect both the regular tickets, and then if you complete all the trophies, you get some more tickets here as well. So just make sure you're doing that. I'll go back and do some of these side chapters when I have some time. And then in terms of some of the other areas in the game here, Encore missions, this is where you get all of your gear. So gear is super important on Sung Jin Woo. I was just able to equip, the game gives you this gear here. I ran out of these artifact enhancement chips, so I stopped upgrading it, but I can go ahead and enhance this more. Actually, you should do it this way here. Probably go to like target tier 10. But really what we're looking for is like attack and crit on Jinwoo here. And then just a couple of other things to note here. For your other hunters, all of them are going to have recommended stats and abilities. So for example, if I was to go to Kim Chul, I can see his recommended stats. So I would be looking for gear with defense, HP, and defense penetration. I think it's pretty good to know that. Another thing you can do as well, once you start getting some artifacts, you can filter the gear here at the bottom left. I actually didn't know this until recently, but you can look for like defense and see all the gear that has defense. Now, of course, this is a new account, so I don't really have too much on it. But yeah, you want to go ahead and do that. The other thing that's really, really important as a free-to-play player is just getting the XP, like all the XP that's possible in the game. Mostly it comes from gates and story. So in terms of the gates, you're going to want to use all of your keys here. I would try to focus on doing the harder gates. As you can see, this B rank dungeon break gives me it's like 276 XP, whereas like the C rank is like 252. So this does give me a little bit more XP. So you want to do the hardest gates you can possible, and as long as you're above the total recommended power, it should be pretty easy for the most part. And obviously, in terms of gold, that does get a little bit limited over time. So you just want to be careful how you guys spend your gold. Like the reason why I'm not going to upgrade all these weapons, I'm probably just going to do one of the orbs here, and also the frostbite, is I just don't have the resources. I don't know if I'm going to level up Night Killer. Definitely not the rares. So yeah, just be careful in terms of the resource. I did mention the game does give you a good amount to start with, but as you progress and get closer to like the Egress fight and some of the later chapters in the game, that's when your gold starts to kind of drain and be depleted once you start trying to upgrade your gear. Because it does get more expensive. Like if I were to upgrade this to level 40, I'd have to limit break it, but yeah, it costs a lot of resource there. So just be mindful of that. You're always going to want to do your mining, so make sure after you do your gates, you dispatch your mining. You're going to get a lot of these lower tier mana crystals. And then just the last thing about the mana crystals, you guys can actually trade in the shop here. And there's something really important that you guys should be trading for. It's going to be... where is it? Mana Crystal Exchange. You're going to want to get the Encore mission keys, and then when you unlock instant dungeons, you want to get these as well. So basically, you get these from the gates, you purchase the keys, and then it allows you to farm more gear, so that it just helps your account progress quite a bit. So that way you can do more Encore missions and get more of the gear right here. So those would just be my starter, tips and tricks. Just make sure you do your challenges, your quests, spend wisely and invest wisely, and just try to make do with what you got. And I will be coming out with more videos as mentioned, so please look out for that. Feel free to subscribe, like the video, comment on if there's something specific you guys want to know or see a video on. And again, just I say it in most of my videos, there is a Discord channel that I have, so if you guys have any questions or want to interact, we do have a community building, so I'll link the Discord in the description as well. So yeah, thanks again guys for tuning in here. I'll look forward to seeing you guys next time, and I hope you guys take care. All right, peace.